Yes, yes. Good morning, peeps. Bless up. Why is my ring light so low, man? I don't know what's going on. Big up to everyone locked in, man. I hope you guys are all blessed on this, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. I keep saying, I don't know why I think it's the morning. But big up to everyone locked in as always, man. Guys, smash the like on the way in. And obviously subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. All light work. That's something very, very simple and easy. Savage, big up, bro. Appreciate you joining us on this fine Wednesday afternoon with a bid on the incoming for one of, if not the best striker around the place right now, Alexander Isak. 120, 130 is the rumored money. Yesterday we heard the approach was there. Today we're hearing a formal bid will take place. This is going to send shockwaves, man. This is going to be one of those ones where, yeah, I think teams are going to be very, very scared. If they weren't scared, if they weren't nervous, now you can put out those videos, scary eyes and Liverpool scary and Liverpool. I'll get it now. I'll understand it. I'll show you what the potential lineup could look like as well, so everyone has a visual picture there. But Sav, first and foremost, man, before we go, bro, how are you today? Chat as well. How are we today? Let us know.
Yeah, man, all good, man. Big up Universal.
Okay, so I thought we said no fires. All right.
Big up Universal.
Okay.
Big up your mug as well, bro. You might as well show the people. Big ass bucket, ass mug, bro. You try to call me ransom, bro. Ain't gonna happen, bro. You ain't gonna try to put no muzzle on me, bro. No muzzle upon me, bro. So who you talking about?
So chat, I said to him, yeah, no fires on stream, innit? We'll just keep it civil between us. But all right, Sam. I thought, yeah, okay. Go on. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good. Just working on it. Trying to like fix up a few things and that, and yeah, man. Just trying to do some. Just been trying to make business deals happen. I don't know, man. I'm at the crossroads and that. Old type bone folks and them, man. But it's
There's another crossroads as well, though, right?
Yeah, Blazing Squad.
And I swear there's another one as well to do with like, he should not be named.
Yeah, he's just not good there. But yeah,
right.
Yeah, but because I'm boom. It ends dipping his face in the bucket. Do not morning routine and that blood.
I chose not to use this cup for time, bro. I used to use it last season. And I kept thinking about it. So I was like, nah, I won't use it. But guys, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. So I thought, right, let me put a bit of green tea, a bit of lemon, a bit of ginger in there, run it. But I needed a bigger cup. So I normally use this cup. It's not
Nobody needs a cup that big.
No, it's not.
Why are you trying to get your daily hydration off one drink, blood? Just...
I'm saying, man. Just allow me, man. Let me just drink my tea in peace,
Listen,
bro.
Since you might as well share your morning routine. Obviously, you head in the bucket. Just need a banana peel on the face and that now. And
who puts banana peel on their face?
You morning routine done, bro. Hey, man, listen. Whatever makes you feel happy, bro. Well, you got the five. You see what I'm saying? They know in the chat, bro. You got the morning routine vest on. You got the bucket to dip your head in the water. You just, I mean.
Yo, waste, man. I see you took out the headsets.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
If you guys saw in the background, Savage had these headphones, not them car salesman headphones.
Proof. It's fake news, bro. It's fake news, bro.
What you did.
It's fake news.
All right, so. All right, chat. Big up, man. I see. 5 a.m. routine. Nah, there's no 5 a.m.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys take such the piss, bro. All right, big up to the guys. Let's big the people up, and then we'll get on with the show. I don't. All right, fair enough. I like how you guys show sides still. See where your loyalties are still. Big up to honesty. Big up to Lewis in the building. Morris, big up, man. Why was you, man, talking about... I saw like Netherlands was in the Discord this morning. Why? I didn't read that part because it kept popping up. I was busy doing...
Oh, these are in the Discord.
Yeah, no. Morris and Honesty, bro. They were talking in the Discord this morning about something. Yeah, I know, but I just saw it and it felt like they were kind of getting onto each other. But I don't know if they were. I would have to double check it when I get an opportunity. Big up to Maine as well. Did I say Sham? Big up to Sham. Big up
Big
to
up.
you, bro. AR in the building. Scraps, my G. Big up to you, man. Scraps, why are you not in the Discord, by the way? I don't know. You're missing
Why is
out.
everyone not in the Discord?
Why is everyone not in the Discord? Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Quinton as well, big up to you. LA in the building. Goat, big up to you as well. A long time, my guy. I'm sure you've probably been in here, but big up to Christian in the building. Scottish Bear, my guy.
Come on.
Big up to you. Big up to Pops as well, man. Probably on the way to you won't be on the way to work. Probably just rising up now, depending on the
Just
time.
woke up last night. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro.
All right, bro.
Big up, man. Still.
And big up Storm in the teacup, my guy, bro. Big up, man. Appreciate you catching us live.
Okay, before I get started, question, yeah. You see,
on.
bro, 'cause obviously, you know I need to go on these Disney tirades, bro. I should just do videos on this shit, but you know, I've all got these Disney theories and that. Bro, you see Little Mermaid, bro.
Yeah.
Why does Sebastian, why does he sound like that, bro? Because he's supposed to be Jamaican, isn't it?
Bro, I don't know. He's got
no one in Jamaica says under the sea.
See.
No one speaks like that. He sounds Bangladeshi, bro.
It's do you know what it sounds like? They've tried to put every Caribbean accent in one and then threw it out and said, yeah, this is I don't know, bro. It's weird. It honestly is weird. Anyone that's been to Jamaica
My whole
knows.
childhood, when me and my family would watch that movie, not one of us, and everyone in the house was Jamaican, no one thought that that's what they were trying to do. And I was like, hold on a minute. Then I had to do some. I'm like, okay, so he's a Jamaican crab.
Yeah.
Google what he is. He literally says he's Jamaican crab.
Jamaican crab.
And I was like, okay, so now you're doubly taking the piss because now you're not just saying random Caribbean generic voice. You're saying it's from Yarden that. Oh, it's the man's under the sea. Ariel! No one speaks like that.
You know, it sounds like an old uncle, bro, from New York or something, bro.
Yeah.
But he has like Caribbean descent, but he's not really like, you know what I mean, with the coach. Nah.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I don't
so
know.
Because I know that the mermaid thing's from Denmark.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a long distance for him to catch up with Ariel, bro. Like Jamaican crab and Denmark, bro. They're nowhere near each other, bro. You know what I mean? And then the latest one,
Yeah.
the live action one, all of Ariel's sisters.
Yeah.
There's some multicultural family going on. Because she's got like 7 sisters and they're from the 7 seas, bro. So they're like
All over.
she's got like an Irish sister and a Jamaican sister. It's cold still. Obviously, Disney were trying to do the diverse thing and that, you get me? But when you're watching, I'm like, oh, this is actually cold. Hey, man. I'll take the colonizer and now you tried to take her out the sea still. I ain't going to say, if you found not now, but if Mandem found a Leng mermaid, you get me?
You say leave her in the sea. But to be fair though, in Jamaica there's a culture around mermaids as well.
Yeah, I know, because
it's mad, bro. Do you know I have any story? I'll tell you some of the stories.
And they're gonna tell you that he saw a mermaid now. This is what
no,
I know what's gonna happen.
Don't do that. No,
no, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. But
no, I didn't. I'll tell you that for a fact. I didn't. But people have told me that they have.
Did your mom see a mermaid?
All right, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know where you're going. Big up to as well in the building. Who else? I'm gonna miss no one out. Big up to Liz. Morning, Liz. The queen of our mod community, the queen of the channel. JK, big up to you. Sean, big up to you. Who else? Chirac. Who else? Alexander, I see you, guy. Big up to you. Who else? I don't want to miss anyone, but if I miss you, my bad. Listen, it's Prince. Big up to you as well. Jari, as how you would say it. Yeah, big up to you as well, my guy. All right, Jen as well. Big up to Jen as well. Love for the love, man. I hope you've been well. And Cav in the building. Big up, Cav.
And what's the information? I don't know nothing about no information on Isak still.
You don't know? No. All right.
Honestly, all I know is that the football algorithm just has rival fans. Every video they've got is Liverpool and Isak, bro. And the usual shit. They're scared. So I was just like, okay, maybe something must be going on. Cause everyone seems to be doing videos.
So all right, I'll break it down. I'll break it down for you. Big up to Jarquez, Freak, Aaron in the building as well. Big up, guys. So yesterday, obviously, Fabrizio Romano posted a video on his YouTube channel. It was about 8 minutes, I think it was, and he was just talking about Diaz. He was talking about Isak. He was talking about Ekitike. And then he said about the Diaz bit was at the end. But what he said was Liverpool have made an official approach to Newcastle for Isak. Obviously, no bids yet, nothing like that, but
Okay,
we
that's the part.
definitely made an approach for him. So, and then they're saying, he said also, if the stance is still he's not for sale, Liverpool will then go all in for Ekitike. So it looks like if we don't get Isak, Ekitike will be the striker we definitely go for.
Oh, so all that was true then. I saw that pop up on my phone still.
Yeah, and then he spoke about Diaz that Bayern Munich obviously put in a bid, but Liverpool quickly rejected it and said he's not for sale. That's the Liverpool stance at the moment. Obviously, on the Diaz side, they're saying, well, you know, he's open if Liverpool don't kind of sort out a contract. So everyone's kind of spanned from there. Then obviously later on in the day, spilling over into today, now they're saying, and Fabrizio is saying that Liverpool are already in a bid now for around 120 to 130 million to break the English record to get Isak. So when you see that, you're like, that's crazy, because if we're ready in it, that means that obviously we must have spoken to the player camp. The players obviously said, look, I'm willing to come to you guys. So put in a bid and let's see where we go. Newcastle in turn are still with the stance he's not for sale, but they haven't said that again yet. All they're trying to do now is push and try and get this Ekitike deal across the line. Because I feel like if they get Ekitike across the line, what they'll then do, they'll play hardball. They'll probably still want to sell Isak or still sell him, but it will be more difficult for Liverpool because now they've got their other guy in the door. So I think at the moment, what Liverpool game they will need to play is go as far as potentially signing Ekitike. So keep going and say, look, we want you, so that Newcastle can't get that player, and then they can go, well, we don't have to sell Isak. And then Isak on his behalf, he has to then put up, maybe hand in a transfer request, or just tell the club he doesn't want to stay here. Obviously, some of the news coming out, I don't know how reliable most of it is, but some of it is that Isak has told them he wants to go to Liverpool. This is the only club he wants to go to. Also, obviously, a lot of people like what Indy puts up, and Indy was saying that Newcastle asked Isak yesterday to publicly say he doesn't want to go to Liverpool, and he said no, he ain't doing that. So you take that with a pinch of salt. I know there's a lot of people that follow what he says and stuff like that, and I'm sure he's definitely got some stuff right. So it's one of those ones you believe it, you not believe it, but that's kind of where we're at the moment. As I said, I don't think Liverpool would be moving for a player unless he's given us some indication that I want to join you. And so that's where we're at the moment with the team with that.
Interesting. Everyone's on a bad man thing, basically. Liverpool moving like bullies and that. So listen, give us your guy. No, all right, say we'll take the guy you're trying to get then.
Exactly. Okay. That's where we're at with that.
That stinks of the Diaz thing. The reason why they keep denying bids is because they haven't put a bid in for Isak yet. So once they know how much he's going to cost, they'll sell Diaz. They'll try and sell him for a little bit higher because you recoup the money back straight away, and you want to kind of get the money in. Probably, if that does work and you sell Nunes and Diaz, you get the money back straight away for Isak, and then you still can continue with the rest of the transfer window. Isak seemed like he'd be respectful of Newcastle because I know he loves the fans and stuff like that and the club, but he's probably got ambitions of doing other things. It's a weird one because the fact that I saw the thing pop up on Sky Sports and that probably means that Liverpool trying to speak to the representatives has already happened. It's a bit of a weird one though, because I know a lot of people are going to say like, well, they wouldn't do this without speaking to the player, but we've done it before without speaking to the player, which was Caicedo, but there was another club involved at the time, whereas this one there isn't. So it's kind of a clean slate. No one else is going after Isak, innit?
Yeah.
Brother, it's just business moves still. I get it from both sides, innit? Newcastle, for all I know, bro, they're probably already aware that they're definitely selling Isak, but they're trying to get their guy in first. And which they should do. They should we're like Liverpool, you got a whole transfer window, and because we don't have to sell Isak, even if we're gonna sell him,
Yeah.
we're not gonna make it easy for you though. We're gonna get our players in first, make sure our team's fixed, make sure we got these guys through the door, and then once we've seen how much we've had to spend on this, then we'll let you know. All right, that sounds about reasonable price, isn't it? And yeah, and then Liverpool's just thinking, well, we would rather just sell the guys that we want to sell now and buy your guy, but you're not giving us the option yet. And if we can't just sell Diaz and that, knowing that we're still trying to buy Isak, because then you'd have like no Isak, no Nunes, and no Diaz. You just be, you get me? And then all the other clubs know that you lost out on Isak, but you have Isak money, bro. And now all of a sudden, whatever you try and get has bumped up by 10 to 20 mil. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if it was like a £30 million striker, the club's going to be give us 50 because you're desperate, even though you shouldn't be because you won the Prem, but we know you're desperate because we've seen everything what's going on. And yeah, you've got the money because you were just about to press 130 on one person.
And that's why I was saying I think we need to kind of go to the brink of potentially signing Ekitike, because that's why I said if Liverpool, if they go and get him, it makes it a lot more. A lot of people say, no, well, it means that if they sign Ekitike, that means Isak will then obviously be out the door. So part of me feel that as well, but at the same time, I'm like, from a business sense, you're like, well, Isak still got 3 years. We've signed a guy that you potentially wanted to sign as well. We don't necessarily, we don't have to sell the player. And if you come in and you go in like say 120, we're in our own right to go, we want 150 then. Do you know what I mean? Let's test where you will go, because we know you can't say no.
Yeah, almost like what you do in an auction, innit? Where you just sit there, man puts his arm up, and you're like, okay, let me put my arm up again. Cool. You know what I mean? I kind of like the business move from both clubs, just on a chaos one, because there's other people winning in this, and it's Ekitike basically going to one of these two clubs, and Frankfurt, whatever price, what they turned down one bid, innit?
80 mil, I think 70 to 80 mil, I think it was.
Well, of course they've turned down the bid when they know that Newcastle potentially is about to get 130. Why would so they're just like, we're just gonna wait. And then Newcastle like, no, we want to get you through the door quickly. So then Liverpool don't do on some mad thing, because then Isak might be pushed for a move. Because realistically, I was on the people at the beginning before I knew Liverpool's gonna try and put anything. It's like, yeah, well, probably Newcastle might try and keep both of them for one season. But then I was like, I know people keep doing this thing, they ain't got no space in that, but that's not realistic. You'll make space for the best players. It's just what it is. But they do play in the same position, bro. They do play in the same position. It's not like Ekitike plays on the left wing and that. You get me? So if that was the case, then you'd be like, okay, they'll probably start Ekitike over Harvey Barnes, even though I like him, but he's not always a feature in the. But then you got Gordon.
Yeah.
And if it was the right hand side, you're like, okay, even though Murphy was cold, he's getting older now. I think Murphy's about 30 now. But he's
remember Elanga is there as well. Bro.
Yeah, exactly. Elanga. So they both play centre forward, bro. And you probably get. I've not spoken to any Newcastle fans. They're probably scrambling now, trying to make it. Oh no, we'll play Isak in the 10. We'll play Isak on. No. Trust me, these
You're
two
not doing
trying to play striker, and that's probably forcing Isak's hand even more. To be honest, bro.
And then as well, if you do that, right, say you go 2 up top, because I see that's the conversation. If you take the midfield pivot 3 out, that you lose out. Like
Newcastle can't go. They
can't lose them three in the midfield. You can't take out Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno Guimaraes. You have to keep that 3.
The best midfields in the Prem. They need it. The team set up. Eddie Howe's set up in a certain way, man. Like 2 up top doesn't help Newcastle, bro. They didn't struggle to score goals last season. So yeah, I've seen that, Malcolm. That they're linked with the handbag, bro. That's a dumb move still. That is, bro, because they get losing Callum Wilson, fine. To get another guy who's always injured. Didn't Calvert-Lewin make his first game of the season with 2 games left?
Yeah. But it honestly doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Because from their standpoint, there's too much things for you to change just to add one player in. When you can keep everything the same and just replace Isak basically with a player that's similar in similar in style, not identically, but like just similar. So
yeah, I think it's because I know people will be disrespectful of Ekitike and try and act like he's some Isak, but he's really not. But they are similar in like stature and stuff like that. Isak's just a better finisher than him. But yeah, they're both in that team. I said it to you before. Newcastle obviously it's more of a risk to them just because they already know what they're getting from Isak. But I actually think they'll be fine with him. Like I don't think their team will change that much, to be honest. Because most of the time Isak's getting on the end of stuff on it. So I expect the same thing. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't see where the problem is. But as I said, man, there's a power play. You're right. There's a power play happening at the moment. Newcastle obviously want to keep both players. I would say in my mind, I think obviously it makes them stronger. But at the same time, there's players like an Isak that want aspiration. Like let's be honest, from a Newcastle fan standpoint, no shade, no disrespect. Do you honestly believe that next season you could win the Premier League or the Champions League? Do you think in the next 2 years you could win the Premier League or the Champions League? Just looking at how teams like City are operating, looking at how Arsenal's operating, looking at how Chelsea's operating, looking at how Liverpool's operating, it makes it that much difficult to do that. So does Isak look at himself and go, right, I see this team winning the Premier League or the Champions League in the next season? Does he look at, if he thinks that, I can't, that's his opinion, right? But I'm looking at it logically, he can't be thinking that's even possible. You need to sort out your defense. The midfield three that you have, we've seen when one of that cog is missing, you guys look so much more weaker. See, that's a position that you guys need to sort out. I think your front line, you've got some good players there that can get you assists and score you some goals, so that's cool. But other than that, bro, that's where you're at. We know that your strengths are from your midfield. So Isak will think, look, the team like Liverpool's after me. They definitely want me. They're poised now and set up to go and compete on all fronts, Premier League and Champions League. Am I more likely to win at Liverpool than I am at Newcastle? The answer is yes. And that's not a disrespect thing. That's just the honest observation, really. Like in the next few years, can Newcastle, excuse me, can Newcastle be there? 100%. You know, they've got owners that has ambition and ready to kind of go on, but they can't spend the money because of this FFP stuff. But in the next few years, they can just rebuild the team, innit? So it's like, get these certain players in. Ekitike would have had a season in the Prem. You've got him for longevity. He's young as well. And then you can build. You've got Alanga, young as well. And then you could build. Gordon's still young, whatever. Your midfield, you can add in one or two more midfield, and then you can then see that Newcastle, what they're trying to do. Yeah. But at the moment, yeah, bro, it's I can't see Isak going, yeah, this is the moment. Can they do it? No, I'm not saying they can't, but like if you're just actually logically looking at it, bro, with the teams the team we're building, the team City's building, and especially they got Guardiola. Arsenal are building a strong team as well. And I know you man cooked up Arsenal, but just in general, bro, are you guys really poised to really? I don't see it. So I can't see him going, I can stay here for another 2 years when he could go to Liverpool and go and win two.
I guess the problem is that, which I don't think they're going to do, by the way, but technically he doesn't have a choice. Like, if Newcastle don't want to sell him,
yeah,
he's got 3 years left. So, but I don't think they would spite themselves like that. And I actually think Newcastle, they're probably in a place where they don't mind either way. They just can't show everyone that they don't mind either way because that would be stupid. But really, they're probably thinking like, yeah, we need to strengthen the rest of our team because we're in a really good position. And Isak's a big part of that. But if we can get another attacker in and then spend some extra money around the team, then we'll probably be in the same position. Remember, they finished 5th. They didn't finish like 3rd in a title race.
Yeah.
They kind of got that 5th position by default. So they kind of failed in the task that they were meant to do at the beginning of the season. They got their first trophy, which he was a big part of. And he was definitely a big part against us in the final. But, for example, if Ekitike was in that team and they had the same draw, they probably would have got to the final. Would they have beat us? Probably, I don't know. Isak was a big difference, but we were trash anyway, so maybe. I get it from their point. They have to look at themselves like they're ambitious. Their fans will think like that as well. Isak's probably in that crossroads because he's a good age in it. So it's like, I could stay another season and I could waste time though. But these have just won the league and they've just signed Wirtz and they're changing their team and I can be a big part of that rebuild. But I don't know, man. It's a weird situation, bro. But I think deep down, I think Newcastle probably already know that they're selling him, bro. But again, very smart business to keep your mouth shut and just say, no, we're not. It's not for sale, bro.
Because obviously the club has to have a stamp. They have to have a stance, right? Especially with the fans looking in, going, "Oh, we can't be saying that we want to be this ambitious, and then all of a sudden Liverpool come around town. You guys want to just get rid of our top players like that." So it has to seem like no, we were forcing it. I think it will more land on Isak's doorstep. I think with this one, I think they'll push it in a way where couldn't do nothing about it. Isak wanted to go. So then the club keeps its own, like, all right, no, our stance was he wasn't for sale, but he made it difficult by saying, so then the fans were looking, going, oh, no, actually, we didn't get bullied by Liverpool, but the player wanted to go, we have to let him go.
Yeah.
It's similar to us as Liverpool fans, right? When we see our best players leaving, we get our backup as well in terms of when teams are trying to offer for him. Like, why would you want to go? Why would you want to do that?
Of course.
I get it from the Newcastle standpoint, why they would be upset by it. But then you realize, even though we love the players, even though we respect them, we rate them, whatever, they still have different ambitions. They still want to go and achieve different things as well. So it'll be harsh to go, rah, why would we moan about players trying to do that when they want to leave our clubs? So Newcastle fans, I think you have to just hold that one.
I think if he wasn't linked to Liverpool
Mm.
and to a club outside of the Prem, they would have sold him already. They would have sold him last week or something. Soon as there's any mention of 120s and that, they would have sold him. But it's the Prem, innit? A bit of tax there. Remember, they got to come up against him if they sell him to Liverpool.
Yeah, in the second game of the season.
Yeah, exactly. So there's all of that as well. I mean, there is a risk of not a risk actually, because our team's fine anyway. I don't think we're going to be in. Obviously, everyone's got their hopes up and stuff, and he's the striker we want to get. But we're not in a position where if you don't get Isak, our team's failed and our transfer window's failed. I don't think that's a thing at all. Because, you know what I mean? Let's not act like Vert saying just been signed. That's a massive signing for us. But you do end up being at risk in kind of the same, less money. But, you know, when that Lavia thing was going on, it's like Newcastle's probably kind of doing that with Ekitike, which I'm seeing everyone saying that they're pushing forward with it now. It's smart to do that because we did that with Lavia, and then whatever ended up happening, you end up going back. You don't want to sign me because you're worried about signing Caicedo, and then they slapped an extra 10 mil on, and then Liverpool's like, well, we want to pay 5 mil less than that, and then both players ended up at Chelsea. It's very possible that could happen because if they're going forward with this now, then my prediction is if they're going forward now and they're going to put the money on the table, he's going to be signed by today or tomorrow, Ekitike from Newcastle, and if that's the case, that thing could be done by Friday or Monday, bro. But for Liverpool.
Yeah. So we'll know.
If they pull a blinder and get Ekitike in, do the announcement, and then they make another statement, Isak staying. Brother, I have to rate it still, because that's bad man talk, bro. But then Liverpool have to just go do the bad man thing also and go, it's cool. But next season we're coming back for him, and we ain't paying the same amount of money. And you let the player know that as well. Force his hand in it. You see that big price we gave you? That's you ain't getting that again. And that's how if you don't get Champions League football, then your rating's going down even more, brother. Spending less, and you better hope we don't find a bad boy in between that time because we might not need you anymore. You get me? So why if that happens and then all of a sudden Atletico's next season like, yeah, you know, Alvarez, you can gonna go still, car. See, you got that money. Liverpool buy him, you screwed now. It's like you're stuck at Newcastle.
You're stuck there. Other conversation, they're saying like Barcelona would pretend. I'm like, Barca ain't got that kind of money right now to be spending.
You man ain't had that money for 10 years and still got players, bro.
Yeah, I know, but that's different. You have to put that up. I'm talking about you have to put that money up early. And I don't think they'll do that. So even though people's mentioned Barcelona could need him after Lewandowski and stuff, I'm like, that's not one of those things I think can even happen. So where do you then go? Real Madrid they're not going to need you. Arsenal ain't going to need you. City ain't going to need you. Chelsea ain't going to need you. And if you're right, say Alvarez is the one we go in if things don't work out this summer and we get. So where do you end up finding yourself going? So you can end up missing out. So that's why I said this is the perfect moment for him. This is the perfect moment for Isak to make the move. I think his club is in a great position. He just helped them win their first trophy. So that there you go. You're going to get a replacement. I'm going to get a good value for you. So the club still gets something back. I don't see how any part of this is bad for both parties.
Yeah, there's no
You
better
get
time
the
to sign for
player, you
Liverpool.
get money, you get good money for the player as well. And let's be honest, Isak is a baller, but he's had 2 good seasons in the Premier League out of his 3. So that's good money for a player like that. Very,
Well,
very
they
good
get
money.
120 from the double their month. They paid 60 for him, man.
Big up, Jay.
Yeah, they paid 60 for him. His wage, I think his wages are like 120. About 6 mil over his contract. Listen, man, I just can't help but rate the business either way, innit? But at least Liverpool's moving how they should be moving. That's I respect it. It's not one of them signings where I'm going to hold it against the club if they don't get it over the line. Clearly, the other clubs saying, nah, we don't really want to sell him. But again, that's sale talk, innit? It's sale talk, brother. Sort out my yard first, and then I'll let you know what I'm selling. So it's smart.
Big up to Jerry, man. Hope you're blessed, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying, man? You good?
All good, man. Just talking about Liverpool and Isak, man, and Liverpool moving like a bad boy club recently. Moving with the bully tactics. But I don't know if you've seen any of the news. I'm probably sure you have. But what's your thoughts before I move on to the next bit?
Sounds nice. I don't think it happened.
You think they're gonna do the bad man thing and take both players and leave us with no one?
I think this is my opinion, innit? I just think Newcastle are preparing for Isak to go next year. I think that Newcastle are in a position where they've got Champions League football. That's something that Isak has wanted, right? His suitors are still going to be in for him in a season's time. Newcastle are moving in a way to potentially, in my opinion, making Isak want to stay for that one season whilst also securing security if an Isak were to leave. I think 130 won't be enough. I think you'd have to put an astronomical offer in for Newcastle to be like, yeah, take him. It'd have to be, for me, 150, in my opinion. I think if Liverpool sat 150 on the table, I think it's done. I think talks of 120 and stuff, I don't think Newcastle are in a position where they have to. I think they're already, you can see Longstaff is gone. They're trying to get Ekitike, and I think they haven't brought in another striker, I think, on purpose, because what they're trying to do is give Ekitike time to go and adjust to the league, to still get enough game time with playing in all 4 competitions now, which is Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Speak about squad depth. Liverpool do the exact same thing. And if Isak goes this season, hopefully not for Newcastle perspective, but maybe next season, then it's Ekitike has already got a season under his belt. And he's already used to the system, he's used to the country, and it's a bit smoother. I think when you're looking at it and you're seeing Liverpool are linked with Mateta, they're linked with this, they're linked with that. I think Liverpool are, again, being audacious, saying they want that forward. Again, that's savage. I heard before I came on, you said, look, they're moving in the right way, which is fair. They are moving in the right way.
Yeah.
But based on history and how Liverpool have moved before, I can't see Liverpool spending 100 plus on Wirtz, 45 or 50 on Kirkes, 35 on this. You still need to get the centre-back through the door. That's going to be about 50 M's. You need the winger replacement because it looks like Diaz is cutting as well. That's going to be 80 M's, and what you're getting in Isak as well. I think there's too many moving parts right now where I just don't see that amount of money being spent by Liverpool. But that's just my opinion. Again, proper good movement. You want to go and see it. But I think if Newcastle get Ekitike, I think Liverpool are in a bit of a sticky position, because I think that's the forward that they want, that they wanted if they didn't want Isak. And I think what Newcastle have done is gone, actually, we're going to go and grab your man as well. We're not selling you, but we're going to go and grab your man and see how you operate with that, and force you to go and get Ekitike. Because remember, as long as no club's interested in Ekitike, Liverpool can buy their time. They can buy their time all the way up to August and then be like, yeah, come, let's just go and get Ekitike then. And they know the player probably wants to come. They know the player is interested in Liverpool. If they grab him now and you don't get Isak, all of a sudden your options start looking a bit mad. It's like they're forcing Liverpool to go and get Ekitike now to divert attention from Isak.
Yeah, it's smart because Liverpool's tried to do that to them and they've just run the play back on Liverpool.
Yeah, they just run them out.
Yeah, we're like, oh, if you don't give us this out, we'll just buy Ekatike. And they're like, nah, how about we just bump up Ekatike's price and go buy him and keep Isak? And you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting position for Liverpool to be in, man. But I do
Exactly.
agree
And
with you because I was adding up the money yesterday and I was like, even with outgoings of people you could sell, it's a lot of money. It's like with everything you just said, you're looking at over 300 mil.
Yeah,
in
and
one
again,
window.
I haven't seen Liverpool do that. And again, it's like
Ever.
when I look at it, well, obviously we're looking from a Liverpool perspective, saying that we're moving mad. Newcastle are moving mad because they've gone and got, all right, cool. We were talking about Joao Pedro. We wanted anyone, but cool. We got Elanga. Do you know what I mean? Most assists. We were one of the most assists in the league last year. Cool. That's going to help him.
Crazy.
Yeah, Jacob Murphy also got one of the most assists. Gordon Talker slowed down. We've got Isak, but guess what? We need backup. Callum Wilson, see you later. We're going to go and get a forward. You know what? We're going to go for Liverpool's forward. We know they want our man. All right, cool. We're going to take your second option. Now what happens? Do you go for Ekatike? Because the longer it goes on, right? If Ekatike signs, you're now finished. You're now looking around. You're like, what forwards are there? There's no Joao Pedro. There's no Gyökeres. Isak's not available. Do you know what I mean? You're looking at Sesko, Mateta, and Jackson. That's the name I heard today. Jackson.
We're definitely not going to get Jackson.
No. But do you know what happens? We're not definitely not. But you know when the options get limited, and you're like, but we need a forward. You end up just getting a forward, like we did with Endo.
I think that would be in the past, though. I don't think we got Endo because of that. For me personally, I think we got him because Klopp wanted him. But I don't think Liverpool. I think we'll try and do different things instead of doing that. I can't see Liverpool going, all right, we didn't get Ekatike, we didn't get Isak, and then we go Jackson.
I'm not saying it will be Jackson, but it might be Mateta.
I don't mind Mateta.
But again, you're going with Mateta now. What price are you spending for Mateta? It's not 30 million. You're talking 50 million. So now what Newcastle done is just run the rhythm back and said, all right, cool, go on. We know Ekatike is one of the guy on your list. Cool, like we're gonna grab him. So if you do not grab him now, you're potentially risking a position if you don't want to spend over a certain amount, which probably Newcastle told Liverpool now, this is the amount, and Liverpool don't want to pay it. That's why you're hearing rumours of a number. They've tabled this rumour because they're trying to unsettle everyone probably. But they've probably said, yeah, 150, 160, yeah, we'll let him go. And Liverpool are like, no, we're not paying that for Isak. They're like, all right, cool, we've gone and got Ekatike. If you do not,
that's why I was saying, I think we need to. That's what I was saying earlier when I was talking to Sav. I think Liverpool need to go as close to potentially signing Ekatike, and then we'll go from there. I think that's what we have to do, because I think if Newcastle do get him across get Ekatike across the line, I think it makes it difficult for us to sign Isak, because then they'll be like, yeah, we don't want 120. What else you got? We don't want that, because now they're in a position of power in it. So we need to, for me, go as close as potentially signing Ekatike, and then see what they say and throw in the bid now. I think we need to throw in the bid today or tomorrow. A bid needs to have gone in, because then I'll know. Liverpool need to know as soon as, because now, big up to the chat. I've seen you guys saying, Newcastle are closing in on signing Ekatike. I think if Liverpool throw in a bid today, and we'll say we throw in the 120, 130 today, and then they'll go, we're rejecting it. I think Liverpool straight away will throw a bid in for Ekatike. I think that's what they will do.
And I think that's what they need to do. I think that's why it's probably coming out, because you can't be left in a situation. I think you're hearing the names already where they're like representatives talk with Mateta. Like, where's that come from? That hasn't been having that all summer. But it's because Liverpool are now probably, and this has probably gone on for a while, where they're just like, oh, rah, like, we want Isak, that's our main guy. We're moving like Bosman, but they don't want to sell in it, right? Gyökeres, we probably don't like. Not that you like him, but it's like cool for the amount of money. He doesn't probably fit what Slot wants us to do. Ekatike probably fits that mold, like second in command. When you look at how they play, stylistically, they're quite similar, right? There's obviously pros and cons to both, but stylistically. We want Isak because that's the number one. Ekatike is the more risky approach. But if you want to play a certain way, you have to go with the profile that you want. And Ekatike is the profile. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not about necessarily getting the play, it's the profile. If Ekatike is a profile and Newcastle are grabbing the profile, right, you're in a sticky situation, because if they grab him and Newcastle say, we are not selling, right, Isak, because unless Isak comes out and says, I want to leave Liverpool, right, or there's any I don't know, communication. We've heard that Isak is pushing for a
But
move.
one of the news as well, Jay, that I don't know how true it is, bro. So take it with a pinch of salt. They did ask him to come out and say that he wants to stay, and he said no.
Yeah,
So that's
but
coming out. He's not doing that. So
Exactly.
they want him to come out and say, I want to leave. I don't want to leave Newcastle. And he said, nah, I ain't doing that.
exactly,
Saying
exactly. So it's probably a thing where Isak's at a stage of his career where he's like, oh, I'm gonna get Champions League football. It's a platform for me to just do what I'm doing. Remember, as a forward, right?
that.
Of course, he wants to go and win stuff, but from an individual's perspective, as long as he gets his goals, his status is high. If he gets goals in the Champions League, his status increases. Like, do you know what I mean, even more? His status in football increases more. For next season, then he's got 2 years left on his deal. Probably easier for other teams to go and get coming for him. It won't just be Liverpool tabling the bid. It will probably be this team and that team and that team and Barca and Madrid. And all of a sudden, the gates open and he's done it on that stage. So it seems to me like he's not pushing for a move. He's open to going to Liverpool, of course. Like you said, probably more likely to win stuff at Liverpool. Liverpool's a massive club. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, if I don't, it's not the end of the world. It's that type. That's how it seems to me.
If you was him, then Jay, if you're in his shoes, what would you do? So you have the potential to go to Liverpool and be a part of what I think is going to be an absolute crazy team, and I think we're going to go and clean up. I don't know, trophy-wise, I ain't going to try and throw them out there to anything like that, but I feel like I'm looking at this team and how we want to play, it could be a problem for most teams. Or do you stay at Newcastle, but then you look at the squad going, Tack looks all right. I can stay here for another season. Defense, meh. It's not that great. Midfield, love the midfield, by the way. But at the same time, who are the replacements, if any injuries, suspensions, stuff like that? Arsenal building, Chelsea building, City building. Where do you believe, if you were in his shoes, you could go and win trophies? Especially being, 25, 26? So unless you see yourself in the next 2 years go and win the big things, because at the end of the day, Jay, let's be honest, Harry Kane was in that position at Spurs, scored 30 goals in the Prem.
Don't do the Spurs thing, bro.
No, we respected him. We respect him as a top striker, right? Am I lying? We said Harry Kane.
Yeah, but Kane couldn't win a trophy or anything, bro. He just won Newcastle their first trophy.
And then where did everyone start going? Okay, Mr. Harold and that. He had to go to Bayern to go and pick up a trophy.
Yeah, but Isak didn't. He won one against us.
And we gave that one. Where would you go then?
Well, obviously on that basis, I would say I'm going to Liverpool, right? But that's me coming from my perspective. Again, I'm a Liverpool fan. I view Liverpool in a certain way. But from Isak's point of view, right? He's just won something at Newcastle, right? His ego won't only be, like the ego you're saying, which is like, oh no, where are you going to win stuff more? His ego, or the fans' ego, I know you spoke about it before, would be, this is one of the best times for Newcastle. We've just won our first trophy for over 50 years. You are the main component of it. We are now back in the Champions League, right? Which means that we're probably going to be able to deal with PSR because of the amount of money that we're going to go and bring in from being in the Champions League because of the whole new group stage and stuff. We have now gone and signed Ilanga. You're showing intent, right? Remember, the window ain't done. I know you speak about the defense and go, meh. I like the defense. When you're looking at Lewis Hall, Livramento, for me, Cher, Botman, and Burn, they're all quality. The goalkeeper's the one when I'm a bit like, goalkeeper's all right. But defensively, they're all right. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all right. Midfield, we know what the midfield's on already. Like, some people have said it's the best midfield in the Prem last season. And the forwards increasing. They haven't finished their work yet. They'll be like, no, this is the best place to be right now.
But they can't spend their money. Obviously, we know they're the richest club. You're probably saying it.
About PSR. So because of
that,
PSR
is killing them, bro. So they have to sell to buy it.
No, but that's based on that last season they weren't in the Champions League. This year they're in the Champions League.
I know, but even with that, they still have to sell to.
No, basically what they're going to do is they're going to do what Villa done. Villa did the same thing, but Villa failed in it because they didn't get Champions League the season after. But same shit, Villa did it.
So gamble for the Champions League for next season. But
that's what all the clubs do now with PSR. Nottingham tried it, Villa tried it. That's why their whole thing was to push for the Champions League so much. They failed, and then now they had to sell the women's team at the end and that because
that's true.
That is.
And by the way, for the chat, you know, I'm saying that from a Newcastle's perspective. I've said that I would go to Liverpool, but a Newcastle fan will say to themselves, "This is the best place to be." That they would say the same way we're saying Liverpool's the best place to be. A Real Madrid fan will say the best place to be is at Real Madrid. Hence why Trent and Konate want to go now. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, from a Newcastle perspective, and we don't know what's in Isak's head. Isak might be someone where he thinks, I want to be the guy that puts Newcastle on the map. You don't know his perspective. You don't know his perspective.
But why did man send it for you, bro?
It is. No, do it is because a lot of them are children, innit? A lot of them are children. That's what it is. You can't have
Hey, man, just fire shots at Jerry.
The thing is, I mean, I don't want to catch any straight bullets on it, Carl. But I kind of agree. I agree with what you're saying still, and he's speaking from a Newcastle perspective. So if you're not listening, then
Hey, Sam said, I hope I don't get no
I
shit.
true. He literally said the Newcastle perspective, man, and listening with the eyes and that, bro. But I think if I was this, I would probably stay at Newcastle one more season. I'll do the Suarez Liverpool thing, bro. I'd stay one more season. Let me get. I got him to the Champions League. I got him the trophy. Let me try it one more time. And Newcastle's probably thinking, yeah, we'll have one of them gentlemen's handshake with you. You like, listen, give us another year. You can go to Liverpool next year. And in that year, hope that they progress and they can sign him up to a new contract. Because if they do sign him up to a new contract, which is, I heard him saying that on TalkSport earlier, that that's what they want to do. If they keep him this season and want to sign him up to a new one, they've got a whole year to sort that out. So it's very interesting. I don't know, man. I know he loves it. He definitely loves being there. They got a great fan base and all that stuff. So, but I know everyone's saying like, oh, it's one trophy, it's just a Carabao, but it's not about how many trophies. It's about like the latest. It's not about what you've done in your past, isn't it? Isak don't care about that. He probably didn't even know who Newcastle was growing up. But
Probably.
When was the last time they won a trophy? Last season. So it's not that far in the past. And then, you know, they probably got Alan Shearer sending him 2 a.m. phone calls and that. You could break my record.
Yeah, Alan Shearer's probably messaging him every team.
You could break my record, you know. Harry Kane couldn't do it. You could probably break my record, you know.
Do you what's mad though? The only way Liverpool, I think, could probably get him, right?
Yeah, you could beat that Liverpool though.
And you'd have to hope. Yeah, but you'd have to hope that out of every club, and this is probably what a lot of us fans in the chat and stuff think, right? Is out of every club in the world, he wants to come to Liverpool. Because if that's the case, then you don't know when that train's going to go. Yeah, so if that's the place you want to go, you kind of push a move. And we saw it with Coutinho, we saw it with Virgil, we saw it when you want to go to a certain club and you're like, you kind of do anything you can to move to that club. But and again, I'm not in his head. If he's thinking, nah, I want to go Barca, I want to go this, then he might be in that window of opportunity, like we saw with Trent, where you're just, all right, well, let's see what happens. Let me assess my options later. Let me not do this now. Let me just and you palm it off, and that's probably.
You know, there's big up. You know, there's different reasons for people joining clubs, and when you've got the opportunity and you're the hottest name at the moment, and everyone's already got their attackers. Listen, if he comes to Liverpool, he's going to tell us in his interview that, yeah, this is the club I've wanted to play for, and that when you definitely wanted to play for Arsenal. I know you did. So I feel like if they were in the race for it, then he could choose on it. But if it's the biggest club what's in for you right now, and everyone else can't afford you, then you got to say Liverpool, bro. It's one of those. But it's not like we're a big club, the biggest club in England. We're great. We ran great as well. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. If it's going to go over the line.
Sick. You're looking. You're like, Vert's coming. This person's coming. Yeah. Like the project looks sick. So it just depends. If he wants Liverpool, then he probably has to do something about it to push it down the line, innit?
As I said, it's going to be down to him. I feel like for us to get him, it's going to be down to him. So that's why I'm leaning on the side of believing. Obviously, what Indy posted, I'm on that side, slightly believing that they asked him to say, no, listen, bro, just tell them, like, you know what I mean, this is the place. And he's like, no, I ain't going to try and close that door. I want that door open. Just come up with something, because that's the club I potentially want to move to. Obviously, we can only go by what the reporters are saying, the journals, all of these people, they're just giving us stories. So we can only assume, make our own assumptions, look at it logically. Everything that we've said here, I think logically from a Newcastle standpoint, fans, they're going to think that way. From a Liverpool standpoint, obviously, we're the biggest club, come and join us. So, and then the player has his own ideas as well. What Savage said, we just won a trophy. I should stay another season.
I heard some of their callers call into TalkSport earlier. There's a Liverpool fan and a couple of Newcastle fans, and most of them were on the same thing I said. If it was out of England, then we're cool. they just don't want to sell him.
They
to
don't
the
want
Premier
him to come to the Prem,
Mm.
League.
especially.
I don't blame them. Yeah,
All
We
right.
probably do the same thing, innit, with us, man.
we
That's
did
why
with Suarez. Yeah, he was about to say, don't go
Arsenal.
off.
You
You
ain't
can go.
sell it to Arsenal, bro.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Arsenal would have got him at that time, that would have been mad. You know, I
for
can't
40
lie.
plus one for 40 plus £1. Oh,
Yeah.
They tried to mug us
I
with
think
that.
if they didn't mug us off, they would have sold. But from a tactical standpoint, so Liverpool hat on, boys. From a tactical standpoint, where do you like? Say we sign him now. We've signed him. He's our player. What does that mean to you guys? What does that look like from a game by game? Where is he? What are we thinking he can come and do at this football club currently, bro? What Slot going to use him dropping in doing the false 19? Is he going to be a fox in the box? Is he going to do the whole drifting wide rotation with the front three? Where are we thinking? What are we thinking will happen? So Liverpool hat on. He's at our club. He's our player. He's our number 9 now. Who wants to take this one? Sav or
G,
GM?
just coming
Go on, G. You just jumped in it.
Just put the ball in the back of the net.
You know, just put the ball in the back of the net. Don't matter how it happens.
Just
No,
go,
like, nah. Obviously, he's gonna. The thing is, I don't know. Like, I really don't know what Slot's going to do. Obviously, now he's got these 2 fullbacks. Obviously,
Yeah.
hopefully getting in Isak. You got Florian Wirtz there as well. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, with Diaz, Gakpo, whoever. It doesn't really matter. What's he trying to do next season? How are we trying to play next season? Are we playing similar to last season? Because then if so, then I don't need, like before it was like, oh yeah, get a false 9. Then I don't need that because the way that he played last season was good enough to obviously win the Premier League. But if we're trying to, do something different, then boy, there might be other options. But if Isak was to come, bro, just put the ball in the back of the net, bro. Like, I don't care how you plan to do it. Just do that. If you do that, no one's complaining. No one cares how Haaland plays. Don't he scoring 50 goals a season and that? Like, bro, I don't care how you
that's
play.
what I said. It's only rival fans who seem to care about
Isn't it?
Haaland. Man City fans don't give a damn, bro. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I think
bro.
if you pay that much money for Isak, just like you pay that much money for Wirtz.
Yeah.
I don't think we're kind of club that you're trying to spend that much money and then tell a man something different, bro. You get me? Like, yeah, we brought you in for this much money. Now we want you to drift over to the left wing and do stuff. Brother, bro, what are you talking about?
To stay in the middle and score goals.
Yeah, bro. I want you to rouse the ball in the back and then do that celebration to everyone else. Bro, not us anymore.
What's mad though? I feel like with Isak, yeah. Like Newcastle would use him in a way where it's like, bruv, we just want you to be the main guy, just go and get the goals in it. But you see, when you come to Liverpool, it's like Liverpool and top clubs will look at everything else about your game, not just that you score goals.
Yeah.
You can dribble, you can do this. Oh, you know what? Yeah, what we're gonna do is you're gonna rotate with Wirtz. So Wirtz might be on the left-hand side sometimes, but you're gonna drift to the left and he's gonna cut inside and you're gonna dribble and beat your man so we can pull that centre back away. And they'll look at it in a mad way. Yeah. So like you could be in a situation where Isak, he's up top, but he's not getting 30, 40 goals a season. It's still Salah getting 30, 40 goals, but he's helping the whole team play in a certain way where he can beat his man and he's floating and he's picking up the ball and still gets his goals, but he might not be the guy to get the goals next season. It might be a couple seasons after that whilst he's at the club when Salah goes, where the system gets built around him because you need to score goals, if that makes sense. Because you've got to try and maximize Salah, innit? And the only way you can maximize Salah is by trying to make sure he gets to that same level that he did last season, idealistically. Whether that happens, you're not sure, but you don't want to take that away from the club. And if you do that, it's like you're asking Salah to do what Jacob did, Jacob Murphy, where it's just give the ball to Isak and
that's what Isak, it was for him and Gordon for Isak.
It's probably going to be,
old school winger.
Salah, you're still you. Isak, you're great. If Salah goes, you're still going to do your thing. If Salah's not playing well, it becomes you. But more of a rotation, not rotational, but more of a fluid piece where he might get 17 goals in the league, but he's still very, very effective for what Liverpool want to do. I remember even Luis Enrique speaking about he'd rather have 4 players that score 15 goals in all comps than 1 player that gets 40. And maybe if we're going down that rabbit hole, maybe that's what Slot's looking to have is players that he knows guaranteed can get him 15 goals as opposed to...
That's not a bad shot. The only thing is it does sound like from that, and I know the future one, what you said with Salah's going to make sense, but it just kind of goes back to the fact that we don't actually need him. We just want him on a flexing team. If he's only going to be 15 goals, get that from somewhere else, bro, for half the money, and then buy a midfielder or a centre back. Like I know I'm not trying to crush everyone's dreams. I want Isak at the club, but I'm just saying we don't actually need him.
Sounds like it.
Clearly, we don't need him. We just won the league, and we score more goals than everyone as well. And what you just said about you'd rather have 4 people who got 50. I mean, that's kind of what we did, but we had 3. So we don't need him. And if Jota and Nunes done the job, we would have had 4 people who got 15 goals plus. Them two.
No, they're saying that we get Isak, bro. We hit that next level of evolution, bro. That next level where, you know, when you just know you're gonna win. You like, there's nothing the other team can do. They can look good, but you just know, like, we can turn it on for 15 minutes and it could be 5-0. That's what I feel that Isak would do. Where we just like, yeah, you're playing well. All right.
I mean, put it this way, right? And this is what people are saying. If for whatever reason somehow Salah is able to get 30 goals, 25 to 30, and Isak gets 25 to 30, and then your left winger gets 15 to 20, you're looking at one of the best front threes of all time. Like, statistically, that's what it would be. I mean, so if that's what it becomes, that can't be my expectation, because I've only seen that 3-4 times in my lifetime with BBC, but Real Madrid, and then obviously MSN, and then SAS in it. Or SAS, and then to be fair, maybe Mane, not even SAS, Mane, Salah, and Bobby, right? That's probably the 3, maybe 4 when I look at in recent memory where man have just got pure goals. If we can get that, then boy, there's nothing stopping that attack in it. You're talking about one of the best teams of all time. I'm looking at just realistically, how can we improve on what we're doing? It's just getting our forward, like you said, to get 15 goals. That obviously Jota and Nunes couldn't do last season. So if they can do that, it improves Liverpool, innit?
I do think it becomes the X factor in the big games as well. I think that's massive for us, because there's plenty of big games where we just, just can't go over the line. And to be fair to Salah, I get onto him at the time, because of course if you're playing shit, I'm going to. But that's when it's like, man can't do it all the time. All of them can't do it all the time. Sometimes you just need that one X factor to get man over the line, and he can do that because I've seen him do it against us, bro, and against all the big Premier League clubs as well. And we needed it in the Champions League. Remember, we lost to PSG on penalties, bro. 1-0 victory is all we needed. Little things like that, bro. I think he makes a massive difference. And if he comes up with like 5 of them moments over a season, not 5 goals, of course he's going to score more, but 5 of those moments, you probably win all the trophies, bro.
Even if you get 5 of those moments and they win you 5 games, bro, that's 15 points, bro. That's enough points for us to. That's enough points. If he gets 5 moments, 5 goals, and they're winners.
Bro, 3 of the moments could be just like 2 Arsenal games and a Man City game, and then 2 Champions League games, a semi-final and a final. It's done, bro. Take up all the trophies.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you could sign an Isak guy, and he might get 13 goals in it. But let's say all the 13 goals come against Man City, both home and away, Chelsea, both home and away, Arsenal, both home and away, and he scores every big game he turns up. You start looking at him like Drogba. He's not getting 30 goals, but he scores in every big game. And he's a massive player for Liverpool in those big games. And that's what, you got to win against your rival. That's the problem that Arsenal have had, in it. When they come up against Liverpool, they draw. They come against City, they draw. If you can go and beat these teams, and he's the one that's doing it, then you're laughing, man.
What about, let's shift the conversation slightly to this fella. Normally when I see Madrid's Twitter pages, or the followers of Madrid, it's normally our players going to them. It's never the other way around. I swear to God. Every time I see it, it's always our players going to Real Madrid. Talk to me, man. Oh, let me shift it. I know where Savage is going. What do we feel about this one, man? How much belief do you have in this one? Do you believe Rodrygo could be on his way to Liverpool? It's saying that Liverpool are going all in to try and get Rodrygo. In my mind, I'm like, the only way I see this happening is if Diaz leaves. Then I could see this as a thing. Or are we doing exactly what Newcastle is doing, which is try and secure the player early that they want to go and get, and then whatever happens with the other player, it is what it is. Puts us in a strength position, similar to what Newcastle's trying to do. Get Ekatike. That means Liverpool are going to have to come with the bag to go and get Isak. Are we doing the same thing there? Get Rodrygo in. So then Bayern, if you truly want Diaz, you're going to have to pay the bag. Most of the fan base believe this is happening, bro. And as I said, every time I see these man post about our players, they end up going. So if they're posting about their own players and saying that Liverpool 100% pushing to get this done, this could be absolutely unreal, So that's Isak and Rodrygo. G, I'll go to you, bro.
I think, like, Liverpool probably definitely want to, you know what I mean, take a look at this guy. You know what I mean, because he's a good player. But I also think that there's other clubs in for him as well. I'm sure Arsenal want to have a conversation with him. So, but hey, listen, if we can get this done, I don't know what this price looks like though. Like, I don't know what the fee for Rodrygo would be, but I mean, this is another good player in it. That's if Diaz leaves, by the way. If Diaz doesn't leave, I don't think it's like because like we can't go out and sign like the top whoever you think that is the best left winger out there. So in my head, I'm kind of just like, I'm not really bothered. Like, the attack scores goals. Like, unless Diaz is gonna leave and you're gonna get good money for him, then you're better off just keeping Diaz at this point, like just for the season, because it doesn't make sense to keep swapping these players for players who are like Rodrygo's good. I like him, but how good is he? Did you get what I'm trying to say? Like, how good is he going to be for Liverpool? You still got Gakpo there anyway. Like, and as Savage has said before, as you guys have said before, we score goals anyway. We don't stress in that department. So you see that forward area, if you can't get Isak, I promise you, everything else is just like, yeah, if you can get him, great. If not, just stick with what you have. Realistically, you're not going to probably get any better than what we've already got. So, do you know what I mean? Rodrygo, dope player, but if we don't get him, I don't think it's that deep. We can, I mean, you can sign someone else.
Seth, I don't know if there's any reliable source, mate. So I don't know if they're all reliable. We're just covering it because, as I said, these guys are the ones that normally them. And what's the other Madrid one I always see there? They're normally posting about Madrid, and they tend to have, when it comes to Real Madrid news for players and stuff like that, they tend to get this spot on pretty much all the time. So we're just going off of what they're saying, because normally it's normally our players they're normally saying these things about. But it's interesting to see that they're saying that. What about you, Jerry, bro? What are you thinking?
I've got a feeling this is probably more likely to happen than Isak.
Cool. Talk to me.
I think the opportunity is there because Real Madrid are willing to sell. That's number one. Number two, you've got the situation with Diaz where Diaz probably wants to leave. And although Liverpool say, look, he's not for sale, and probably because they're probably deep in like he's not as easily replaceable as you think, and it's not a guarantee that Rodrygo comes in and does better than Diaz, right? Whether you think Rodrygo's better than Diaz or not, they're obviously in a situation where we don't want a player here that doesn't want to be with us, innit? If he doesn't want to be here, then you're better off cashing in on him and trying to get a player that wants to come to Liverpool. Now, whether Rodrygo wants to come to Liverpool, I'm not sure about, innit? I'm not sure, but it does make sense because when you look at his profile, he can play across that front three. He can play in that false nine. You can play on the right and you can play on the left. He's someone that's very, very versatile. Technically, he's good. You don't play for Real Madrid if your decision-making ain't really, really good. So all of that will be on point. And he's younger as well. You just go back to what G's saying. Depends on the price, innit? It just depends on what price he's going to be looking at and then what wages he's going to want to be on. Because if he's on a stupid wage at Real Madrid, he might not get that at Liverpool because of, there's levels in it. If you're not going to next to Salah in terms of wages. So it just depends, man. It just depends. But I think it's an easier deal to do. And Liverpool seem to like those opportunistic deals in it where player wants to leave or he's cutting or he's available. All right, cool, we can grab him. But I think Liverpool haven't gone in for him purely because they're still looking to potentially resolve that Diaz situation. And heck, the season might start and Diaz might sign an extension in it. This all might be a ploy just to get a better deal. Do you know what I mean? For Diaz. So we're not sure yet. But until that situation's sorted or until there's a bit more concrete, like, do you know what I mean, info on that, I think it will just be simmering until that point, man.
And then looking at what the potential team could look like if all of these go through. So if all the deals go through, we get Rodrygo, we get Isak. This could be potentially the starting 11 for Liverpool for next season. I'll just take a moment and take that in, man. Because
I don't know what type of super team Liverpool are trying to create for themselves, but if you're able to get in all of these players, boy, that pressure for you to win next season, not that it's not already there because we just won last season, but bruv, you'd have to look at that and be like, yeah, they're contenders, like they're favourites, unless someone else obviously does something else in the transfer window. You'd look at that and think, these would have to be favourites for the Premier League, boy. based on that 11 anyway.
It looks
Good 11
outrageous,
still.
bro. Oh, gee, there's not. I would probably start Bradley though. To be fair, I think Bradley deserves the start. But other than that, because all we're talking about is all we're saying is just a sale. All we're talking about is just a sale of Nunes. That will give us. Looks like Saudi's going to come in for him as well. That's the word on the street now. Diaz go into Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has already had a bid of around 65 to now Liverpool want upwards of 80. So you sell those two players. Say Saudi come in and get Nunes for 70. Let's just say that. One of the Saudi clubs come in and sign him for 70, 80. There's your money there. You could potentially go and do these deals easily and get these done. And this could be your starting 11 going into next season.
What do you think your bench would look like?
So Mamadashvili.
I don't know how many players you can have on the bench.
9, I think.
9. So Mamadashvili, Jones, Soboslai, Bradley or Frimpong, Gakpo. Who else is there? Chiesa looks like he's probably staying. I've not seen any club like going after him. Did I mention Endo as well? Endo.
No, you didn't mention Endo.
And then you got a couple
Gomez,
and then you got youngsters as well. Rio, this guy.
Rio, or you got to have a left back on there. So either Robbo or Tsimikas, depending on what's going on there, and then one of the youngsters. So you look at the bench and you're going, yeah, it's not bad. It's not, because it's not like you're going to change the whole 11, innit? We get 5 subs, so we get 5 subs to use in the game.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to use all of them, depending on what the 5-0 up. You probably use all 5. 3-0 up, you probably use all 5, depending on the minutes and whatever. So you're going to add probably 2 substitutions in there, maybe a left winger if Rodrydo's tired, throw Gakpo in. If one of the midfielders, you throw Curtis in. If you want a bit more control, if you want a bit more legs in there, you'd throw Sobo in there. Defensively, Gomez can come on for one of the guys there. Right back could be swapped. Left back can be swapped as well. You're not going to naturally change a goalkeeper, are you? But that's there as well.
Sobo starts though.
Yeah. Quick.
Can I add this as well, Jerry, just before you say what you're going to say? I think with starting Bradley as well, with having both these fullbacks, I think what we can then do is Bradley can go all in for 50, 60 minutes. If he's the one that starts, I think it should be him. He can go all in. I mean, leave everything on the field, because you can then get Frimpong in for the last 35 minutes to come in and give the same, and vice versa. So I feel like from an attacking and defensive, whoever the winger is going to be a tough game for them, going backwards and forwards. If they go right, we're going to have to track these guys going forward, especially the way we saw Bradley playing. He was playing like an 8, right-sided 8, false 9, striker, 10, and then he was like right wing. Like he was just playing in like multiple positions throughout the game in the first preseason game. And I think Frimpong will potentially do the exact same thing as well. So, but yeah, go on, Jay. What was you going to say?
I was going to say, I wanted to know, do you guys know what's the hardest team that we're facing in pre-season?
AC Milan. Probably Atletico Bilbao. They're a good team as well. But AC Milan will probably be, as a name, in it.
Yeah. The reason why I'd loved for us to play against the PSG, against the Chelsea, and I'd like to see how that backline and midfield cope, not only with the midfield rotations, but in the wide areas. Because I know, again, it's first game, I don't like to go and talk, but there's certain things I saw that we can chat about offline, just from a tactical side. When I was looking, I was like, I don't like that. Like I didn't like that. Yeah, I know it didn't end up in a goal, but I don't like how that looked.
Did that stem from when we made the substitutions, the second half team?
Both, I think more so the second half. More so the second half. Again, it's the second half thing. So again, that's why I'm not looking into it. But I'd like to see us against the best one, like the best in class in those wide areas and in midfield. We're like, all right, deal with this now, because it's all well and good. Obviously, we always look at offense, and I think Wirtz will be great, and I know he's not lazy. But how does that dynamic work with that three without Szoboszlai in there? Or how does it work without having a Robbo that was touch tight to Virgil van Dijk the whole time and didn't really get forward, even though you had Trent that was getting forward, and even Trent didn't get forward like he did under do you know what I mean, Klopp. He's much deeper if you look at the heat map. These
Just
guys,
swap last season's pre-season then, because last season we had what, United, Arsenal. Who else did we have? Felt like we had a few more decent teams as well.
Betis. They were not
Betis.
Betis.
Yeah. Well, look, it's just who we kind of have in it. So as we say, with pre-season, obviously it's for fitness most, and you try out different tactics, you try out different players, seeing how they could work. So pre-season is that, but yeah, for me, man, these are the things we look out for to then then assess and go, okay, where do we see our team finishing? It doesn't mean that it's factual and it's right, but that's the way I personally view pre-season. The result matters to me. I want to win every game.
It's performance.
Performance and just I want to see combinations. I want to see who's got chemistry with each other. Who's right? Okay, when this guy goes here, who fills the gaps for him? Stuff like that. When we get an opportunity, say Isak is in the next game, for an example. Let's fingers crossed that happens. He's in the next game. When he gets the first chance, how comfortable is he, or is he snatching?
Because
do you know what I mean?
I get it. Because, for example, one of the things that I saw, just to kind of put something in the idea of the chat, is when Frimpong was playing,
get Fuzzy and big up Fuzzy, bro.
When Frimpong was playing, let's say Kirkers went high, Frimpong was deeper, But when Frimpong was deeper and he was playing like passes, I don't think he completed a long pass. It was a back pass, or he just couldn't. He wasn't finding his man, right? That's an area where Trent obviously thrived from, because he was able to get the ball and just launch it and find someone easy. Likewise, if you had Bradley bombing on, it was Robbo that was a bit deeper, and Robbo's got a decent delivery where he can find people with a long pass or find people in the gaps and stuff. When these guys, obviously at their best, it's them really, really high, isn't it? So Frimpong high, Bradley high, Kirk is high. If they're both high, right, I want the best out of them, so it's there. What happens to the wide areas? If the two centre mids, if the two eights have to cover those wide areas, now you're just left with man running at you. If they stay central and try block passing lanes in the middle, it means Konate are running out wide to go and cover.
To cover those spaces wide,
When I look at, for example, PSG, because a lot of people say that Liverpool are trying to not copy PSG, but take things from their game and use it. I think you spoke about Bradley being in different positions, very similar to Hakimi, right? Where number 8, right wing, you're scoring goals, you're defending. You saw what Chelsea were able to go and do with just good midfield rotations and then just getting in behind those areas. Palmer twice down that side, just do goal. So it's like, I'd want to go and see how that works, because even though they've got great recovery pace, if there's a quick long ball and you've got Elanga down that side, it's Virgil, can you deal with Elanga as you're getting on? And probably can.
Do you think we'll shift it? Hold on, let me get the guys back in. Do you think we can shift it though, depending on game by game? Because not every week. I know obviously in the Premier League we've got so many quick wingers, bro. For some reason, everyone just rapid. Do you think game by game though we could switch it in terms of like when we played City last season, we decided not to push the fullbacks forward. We said, "Now stay," and we use the midfield more, and then we use the actual wingers more. Where we play the other teams, we can go, all right, now you got the license. Or
100, but like when you look at the best, when I'm looking at Frimpong and Kirkers, them two, because they're a big part of it. They're the part of the defensive unit. They're the new signings. The best of them is going forwards. Like when you heard about Rodrydo and this person and that person, they're not defensively solid. So it's like, but these are very, very forward-thinking players, which, before we signed these players, we all thought, we're going to get this type of right back, or it's going to be that type of right back. He's going to be a right back that can play centre back, or a centre back that can play left back, and all that type of stuff. Now they're so forward thinking. You want to get the best out of them, like we did with Robbo and Trent back in the day. But when that happens, have we got the legs in midfield to do what Gini, Fabinho, and Hendo were doing? And remember, when they did that, it meant that we didn't have anything in the middle. But we've now got Wirtz in there that's going to be in that 10. So I'm so intrigued to go and see.
That's why I asked you about Sabozalai, just, but obviously man them thought I was joking and just left me on the sideline. So all right, because man them thought I was joking and just left me on the sidelines. I really meant it. I know that like naturally that's what we'll do on FIFA as well. I'll just pick the best team in it, but Sabozalai is needed, bro. I really think his work rate in the midfield is needed, especially with that front line that you've got there. And that, I mean, I don't know what defensive work you're getting out of them tracking back and that. I know where Rodrydo
Savage, don't you think Szoboszlai is going to be more deeper than he usually is?
Yeah. No, Father, you're right. Deeper. That's why I didn't pick a spot for him to go. I just feel like he should be in the team somewhere. But you are right. I think he'll be a little bit deeper.
Who do you guys think he starts ahead of out of those two?
McAllister.
Yeah, personally.
I know it sounds crazy to people, bro. But yeah, Vert ain't coming to be on the bench.
Nope.
And kind of need Gravenberch, bro. So
Hey, young player of the season, bro. You gotta play RDM, bro. Young defender and that young defensive midfielder can slot.
Like I
into
said, I'm
team.
excited. I'm excited for preseason. I'm interested again to see
No,
combinations, see how we deal with stuff. It's all good. You need to. We need to think about these things, and Slot
Yeah.
needs to think about these things for us to be successful in it. You can't just go into it, like blinkers on, and then get caught out by like, I didn't think of that. Do you know what I mean? Like he's probably thinking of this stuff, but it'll be good to see, man. It'll be good to see.
Jerry, don't you think? I'm talking about everyone here. Don't you think like the reason we're buying these players is to play different formations instead of like the same formation which you're seeing there? It could be, 4-3-3 like you just put there. It could be 2 pivot midfielders. It could be 4 and one off the striker and 2 wide players. It could be like, the transformation of the players is key in this team next season. And like what we struggle with in most cases in the games that we play is the formation the opposition puts out, don't we?
100%.
So if we could do different formations that could accommodate different players at times, maybe we could win those games that we used to struggle with easier, if you know what I mean. And rotating the team some way,
Back
somehow.
fives and that, Fuzzy. I hear it, man. Back
And,
five, wing backs. Hey, I'm here for it.
When you think about it, what Fuzzy's saying is smart, because I remember people were talking about how Gravenberch was dropping into that to make the back three, right? If Gravenberch drops in to make the back three and the free split, it then allows, like I'm talking about, Kirkers and Frimpong to be as high as they can, because you've got that base like you would in a back five. And then it's just about Wirtz and McAllister linking up, and potentially Salah or a Rodrygo in this case, where they come in field to make up the midfield, and then you got Salah coming inside with Isak in it. So yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see.
From that pre-season, that's what I noticed about Bradley. He's probably the best player, to be fair. He was involved a lot, but the kind of positioning that people didn't want from Trent anymore is what Bradley started with. Like he literally walked straight into midfield as soon as we kicked off, he went straight into midfield. So I don't know, and he was up the top of the pitch most of the game. With
the fullbacks, like we were saying, like they're more forward thinking than usual. The usual fullbacks that we had last season. And considering where they come from, obviously you see Frimpong always attacking for Leverkusen defensive side. He ain't that impressive. But don't you guys think in a different environment, considering the coaches that we have and the way we're going to be playing next season? I look at it from a point of view. They brought these players in to keep possession more, not lose the ball in areas that we normally lose it in anymore. And not only that, if you look at those 2 fullbacks, they are going to do overlaps with Salah and the winger on the left side, whoever it's going to be, if it's Rodrygo or Gakpo at the time as well. So in a different environment, what I'm trying to say, in a different environment, you might see these players change into, more, attacking and more defensively better, if you know what I mean. Because, there's one way of playing for Leverkusen and there's another way of playing for Liverpool. And, Van Bronckhorst coming in is going to come with his own ideas as well. So you're going to have all these coaching staff that's going to give you, more compliments in your game, offensively as well as defensively as well. So I'm looking forward to, seeing different things in the next season from what I can see. Because I've always said it, don't ever judge a player where he came from, is where he's at. I'll judge the player on and what we're going to get out of them. Because when you're in a bigger team, bigger club, that means the players have to perform in levels that they've never, performed before. And we're going to obviously challenge for the Premier League and the Champions League season. So I'm expecting those players to work on their defensive side as well as their offensive side as well. And I'm not going to see inverted roles anymore like Trent. We have to accommodate him because he can't defend. We're going to see more, the guys being overlapping the players, which means like if we get the striker in with Isak, the more pressure will be taken off the likes of Salah and Gakpo in the wings as well. So more creativity, more build up play, and more possession keeping next season, in my opinion, from what I can see of the players that we are buying. Hopefully, I make sense, because I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to make a sense.
No, it makes sense, bro.
That makes sense, man.
All right, do me a favor then, guys. Let's go around the panel and because obviously we've seen this starting 11, right? And chat as well. I'd love to know what you guys think in terms of your starting 11. Because Sav mentioned something and I see some guys kind of crashing out. He said McAllister out.
It's just an opinion on it.
Sav, your starting 11 in the first game of the season. Say all the signings are made.
So that means Diaz gets sold?
Yeah, so Diaz ain't here. Rodrygo's here. Isak is here.
Same formation, 4-2-3-1. Gurkhas, Virgil, Kanate, Frimpong, Bradley, Gravenberch, Sabozalai, Wirtz, Rodrydo, Salah, and Isak.
G.
The same team actually that was on there, apart from Gravenberch. You can swap him with Sabozalai. The same team.
Fuzzy, what were you changing? Nah, bro, because Sam took out McAllister. You're taking out Gravers. Fuzzy, who you going with, bro? What's your 11?
Now that team there, obviously, if Rodrygo comes in, I want that team there, 100%. That's the team I see that's gonna start.
All right. What about you, Jerry?
Can I change the formation?
Of course you can, bro. You're 11.
Is Gay here?
Yeah, bro. Let's say he's here as well.
I'll go.
Well, you didn't say Gay was here when we.
I said all the players
decision.
are here, bro.
You said all the players are here. That's why I checked.
Yeah, but the players that we saw on the screen, I didn't know that we're adding extra players.
Yeah, I didn't know that either,
Should
bro.
have talked.
You
See,
might
bro.
be dropping Canard. You're not
I'm
dropping
going to keep
Canard.
Virgil up, bro, let him have a rest first.
Now, what I do,
All I'm saying is I just want to
Kanate here.
Yeah, they're here, bro.
Kanate's here. All right, cool. Then I'd go, personally, I'd go whoever in goal, Mamadashvili or Alisson. Alisson, let's go Alisson. Virgil, Kanate, Gahey, Kirkes on the left, Frimpong on the right, McAllister, Grav, and then Isak, Salah, Rodrygo.
All right, fair enough.
Was Wirtz in that team?
Oh, sorry, Jesus, Wirtz. So it'll be Isak, Salah, and Wirtz. Rodrygo to go off the bench.
You're saying on the bench, let him start off on there.
Yeah, you can come off the bench, and then but that's how to start with. And then Wirtz just plays where he did for Leverkusen, innit?
RTV, yeah, we know he's suspended, but we're just picking a team to start. Interesting, bro. You guys have different like lineups and who you'd rest and stuff. But the reason why I asked, guys, is because I wanted to just see how strong our squad is that we could all come up with. I don't think the teams were massively different, but you could see we added and took players out. Liverpool get all of these players across the line. I don't think we can then go or frown about who starts a game of football. It just means we have a very strong squad. Similar to what City was doing when they won their 4 Premier Leagues in a row. They didn't care. Their fans didn't care who started. They just knew. We put out an 11 to go and win a game of football. And when we looked over our shoulder on the bench, we knew that we had game changers waiting to come into the game as well. And then the following week, it could be someone else starting. And that's the way they went on to win because everyone stayed fresh, everyone stayed hungry for their position and stuff like that. So it just means that Liverpool are going into a space now where we're going to have top-level players and it doesn't matter who starts the game. It actually doesn't matter. It just, if he's starting, you can't frown on it. Even if he's your favorite player, he's benched today, but guess what? There might be 20 minutes where we're going to need him. There might be 15 minutes where we're going to need him. But yeah, man, this is a position we've been waiting on for ages. It just feels like, from a Liverpool fan standpoint, feels like some of us just want an 11. And if the 11 isn't the one, then like, we're going to be upset if this player isn't starting. That's not the way I want and see this team. I want to have top players on the bench that we can rotate in and out of this squad, bro. I don't want everyone to be like, I'm guaranteed to start.
Do you remember what Man City used to do, guys? Like they used to rest their main players in the first half of the season. And then the second part, you see like the likes of De Bruyne and Kyle Walker and all them like starting continuously for the last, 10 games, 12 games, something like that. And they go on a winning run. That's what we got to do. You know what I mean? Like check out the players in the first half of the season, get as much as points on board, obviously. And then the second part, you could play your main players, with the run-ins of the Champions League and the Premier League, if you know what I mean. That's the way to go if you want to win major trophies. Because if you're going to overextend your team in the first half, the second part will be difficult, as we experienced last season. So if we utilize the squad in a way that can bring us, Premier League and Champions League next season, we'd be laughing, man.
Yeah, facts, man. Especially with obviously we got Mo going to AFCON as well.
Yeah.
And we were saying it's in December now or something like that. For the most busiest period we have in our football, he's probably going to be missing. So we're going to have to make sure we're rotating this team or use him as much as we can up to that point and then get the next guy, rotate the team as much as you can. So to see if the guy that we're going to actually use in that position when he's not there can actually play there. Do you know what I mean? Instead of them, we're just trying to figure it out when we get to that moment in the season, man. But listen, man, it looks all good for Liverpool at the moment. It looks like we're going in the right direction. It looks like we're behaving as a top club as we should do, man. But yeah, man, I just can't wait to see. Do you guys think by Friday it has to happen? We have to know by Friday if Isak's going to be a Liverpool player or not.
No.
When's the first game of the season?
I'm not too sure.
August the I want to say like 24th, 23rd.
It'll be the week
We've
after
got the Community Shield
game,
first.
isn't it?
We've got the Community Shield first.
The Shield on the 10th.
The 10th, and then the 15th, we've got the Bournemouth.
15th the week before.
Yeah.
Just the week before, yeah.
So you're probably The reason why I asked was just you're probably right. Maybe Friday would have to be because we've gotten quite a lot of our business already done prior to pre-season even started. So I'm gonna assume he wants things to be patterned. You know what I mean, like relatively soon. So yeah, maybe like Friday, then kind of see where it's at. Maybe over the weekend things might change or whatever. But obviously, I'm assuming Liverpool don't want this to drag on for time, where we're doing like, bro, we got other stuff to do and pre-season starting. So now you need to start looking at it, maybe another option, or just kind of continuing with what.
That's the reason why. We had a great conversation earlier in terms of like if Newcastle get Ekitike, we need to have already thrown in a bid either today or tomorrow to get Isak. And if we know for a fact they're like, no, we're standing on business, he's not going anywhere, then we have to move straight away for Ekitike. Or then we find ourselves in a position where Jerry was saying, where we're scraping the bottom of the barrel trying to find a striker to come and fill the void. And we don't want that, do we? So I feel like if Newcastle go and get Ekitike early this week, well, the week's already halfway through, but they go and say tomorrow, Friday, Liverpool should already know, does Isak want to come? And if he's made it clear, then I don't care how long, not say I don't care how long it takes, because I'd love to have him in the team playing preseason to know the guys. But then if I know we're guaranteed to get him, I'm less, not anxious. I don't even know what the word I want to use, but I'm like, all right, cool. I don't mind if it takes a little bit longer, because obviously it's a big money transfer. But if we don't know and we're still working on
we need him in preseason ends, don't we? We need him like to be there gelling with the squad and obviously finding out what he's going to do in the squad in preseason. So, and then he'll be ready for obviously the first game of the season. That's the whole point of this. That's why we want this to be quicker in this transfer. We don't want to go like into the last day of the transfer window and go with that nonsense. Just get the player through as soon as possible. We'll get him ready, obviously, for preseason. And once the season starts, the players know what they're doing. That's the whole point.
All right, man. Should we leave it there? Unless you guys have any other points you want to make, or maybe something we didn't cover. If not, we'll leave it there. And big up to Fuzzy. Go on.
Are we linked to any midfielders? DMs? Nothing.
None.
Savage, I think DM will be next season's marquee signing. I think, mate. I think they're happy with the players we've got right now with Gravenberch, McAllister as the DMs, because we're I think more concentrating on the forward line instead of like the midfield this season. So
I actually think that the midfield needs more.
I think it does. I think it does. But I think
we're scoring off goals. I'm not worried about that. It's nice to get a striker in, but if I had to choose between the DM or the striker, I'd probably pick the DM, to be honest.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to get a DM this season. I think that will be a marquee signing for next season, I think.
You think that's when like Endo probably at the door?
Yeah.
So he's going to run Gravenberch all season until his knees fall off again.
Oh, McAllister can play there, isn't it? So they're going to probably utilize him.
Sabo as well.
Yeah, so
if he does that with Sabo, that's fine. But and Gravenberch was great last season, but we did see the second half of the season.
Yeah, he was tired.
Yeah. He was tired, wasn't he? Unless he fixes up, man, and decided to like say rotation, just maybe take him off a bit quicker in games when the games where you can see that the game's sewn up, sealed up, you can take him off, rest him then. Instead of just playing these 90 minutes when we're 4-0 up. You're like, don't really need him at this point. You know what I mean? They don't really need him at this point.
I think like Gravenberch and McAllister will rotate in that position next season. I honestly think that. I think Jones is going to drop deeper, play alongside them, and Szoboszlai as well. So we're going to utilize the squad well in that way. And like I said, I prefer to get a DM that's going to be here for the long term, and that's going to take us a while to get a DM like that through the door. And that's why I said next season is probably the marquee signing for that instead of this season.
What do we think of Wirtz then? Who's the backup for him? Is it Szoboszlai?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what we'll rotate with them too.
Yeah, I think Jones will drop deeper.
He's going to be like our controller, in it, the one that G was looking for. But G, what was your question? Hey, you done a video.
My question was not. But my question was nothing related to Liverpool. I was going to ask, who do you guys think will win the Ballon d'Or?
Ooh,
Dembele.
Yeah,
give it to him.
Well, he's the person I think deserves the Ballon d'Or as well. But yeah, I think he'll get it.
No, I was literally sitting. I was like, you know what? Ballon d'Or's coming up soon. I wonder who's going to win that.
Who do you think?
Find out. Yeah, Dembele. I can't think of. But like, who else is realistically in the running?
He's been cold all season, bro.
Rafinha?
Exactly.
Rafinha, they could throw.
The thing is, Rafinha, could, bro, he won like what 3-4 trophies last season. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he could be up there, but
I agree. I think Rafinha's been cold, but the Champions League's going to get Dembele over the line, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the one, innit?
Yeah,
That's the one, bro.
Yeah.
That's the one still. Imagine, bro.
Okay.
Can't wait to see though. I want to see like the top. I can't wait to see the top 10 to see who's in the top 10.
Where do you guys then think then Salah will play?
I knew he was gonna say that.
I think Salah will finish fourth.
He's gonna be the highest rated one, so I just want to know.
I think he'll finish fourth or fifth.
Salah's gonna finish like 9th, bro.
Wow.
I think
Bro,
finish 9th or
Savage,
10th.
that's exactly what I think. Like, I feel like they've got a lot of the PSG players.
They're gonna throw a lot of them, man. Yeah, you're right. And probably like
Due will be 7th.
Well,
You know what, Jerry? Due it's lucky because they've got a lot of young players in it, so some of them will fall into the golden boy. So Due will fall under that. He won't. I don't think he'll be in the. But I think Jamal will be. I think he'll be the main one this year, not the young boy. I think he'll be.
Can you not be in both though, Sav? I don't know if you can. I'm just asking.
I feel like technically you could actually be in both, but no.
I'm trying to think if they did that with Bellingham because he finished.
Yeah,
He did. He was in the top 10.
Oh yeah.
He was in both because he won the golden boy and then finished second. So he can. So Jamal will do that. He'll probably win the golden boy actually. Yeah, that PS.
Yeah, Jamal, he can't win it. Can you win it twice in a row? I swear you can't. Oh, you can.
The golden boy.
Yeah, you can win it as many times as you can, bro.
Are you sure, bro? I don't feel like I've seen someone win it more than one time.
Twice in a row, you know.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, I've never seen someone win it twice.
There's no way if you're the best and everyone goes, we'll give it to the guy that we think he's second. That don't even make sense to me, bro. If you're the best in it. Just give it to the guy, bro.
Nah, but obviously, you know what I mean. It's one of them. I don't know. I'm generally asking.
I never really. I mean, Ballon d'Or's like a nice cherry on top. Really, I kind of see the Ballon d'Or like I see the Oscars, bro. You get me? So every now and again, it will align with whoever most people think is the best player. But a lot of the times, when a movie wins an Oscar, it's a dead movie, innit? Or a movie that I don't care about. And so when it comes to Ballon d'Or, outside of the top 3, maybe top 5, really, I don't even think the players care after that.
Yeah.
I just checked. You can't win it twice in a row. You become ineligible once you've won it. That's why Bellingham can't win it. Or he couldn't win it after. Yeah.
Bro, so like Messi and Aguero.
So what are we doing? Just giving it out to guys that are second place dons now?
You have to be a good person to win this stuff.
No, but technically they're not second place because my man.
Nah, but G, if you're around the age of being eligible for it, but they said
they want everybody to
listen to what I'm saying. You're around the age and you're eligible for it, but because you've won it once, they said, listen, you can't now win it. And even if that within that next season, you are still the best and by a mile. And they're like, well, even though he's the best, he's not eligible. So we're going to go and give it to the guy we think is the second best. That is offering it up to second place, bro.
Ends. They just want everybody to be able to feel the joy of winning a prestigious trophy. Like, that's what they're trying to, make this you can win it, you can win it, you can win it. Now, if you've already won it, bro, you don't need to win it again. That's just showing off now. Saying the
All
Ballon
that
d'Or.
means one name on the Premier League trophy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
but
like
then it's
saying
kinda
we
like,
win it.
is top 3 Ballon d'Or higher than winning the Golden Boy, which I think it is,
Nah.
isn't it?
So that means if Liverpool won the Premier League. Now
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
eligible.
yeah.
And that. Give it to the team that finished second, bro. Nah, bro.
But I think it's because they just stop looking at that person, innit? Entirely for that position, and then they go into the
Yeah, they do.
Mm.
Yeah,
main,
they do.
looking at them in the main one. So if you finish in the Golden Boy and win it, but then you finish third on the Ballon d'Or list the next season, that's higher than the Golden Boy. But you just don't get the that same Golden Boy trophy, bro.
I feel like this Ballon d'Or year is going to be the most like even one, like in
Deserved
terms of
one you're talking about, G, yeah?
I think
Deserved
so.
one.
yeah,
But you think it's none of them are
maybe
good guys,
deserved
really?
like no,
There might be some
because
dookie
like
spots. I'm
Mbappe will
expecting
be
everyone. Yeah, I was gonna say that Mbappe. Yeah.
but
Just
I feel like
before
there's
Just before we head out, then, can we give our top 5? What we think it would be? Ballon d'Or wise.
Ballon d'Or. Oh,
I'll start. I'll go with Dembele, Rafinha, Lamau. What's that? 3. Vitinha, Salah. That's my top 5. Stav?
Dembele, Ref. Oh, Dembele. I'm half thinking. See, I'm thinking because for you, like, I would put Pedri there in it, but I don't know what they're thinking. So I think Pedri will be in the top 4. And yeah, I feel good. Dembele.
I feel like they.
Oh, yeah, I probably got Dembele, Rafinha. Mbappe, Pedri, and somebody else. I don't know. It stinks, bro. Harry Kane. Fuck it.
G, top 5.
I really don't know, to be honest, bro. I can't even.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's fair.
I'll go Dembele, Yamal, Rafinha, Vitinha. It would have to be like Pedri.
They might slap one of them Napoli. They might slap McTominay in there, bro.
Oh, he's definitely going to be on the list. Like, don't get like
Yeah,
wherever
bro.
McTominay will be there. He will definitely be there.
Fuzzy,
Deservedly so.
who are you going with? Your top 5?
Oh, me? Man, I don't watch football outside the Premier League, but I watched the Champions League last season. I think Dembele is definitely going to win it. I think Rafinha will be second. I think Yamal third.
Yeah, Mendes. Yeah.
And Salah has to be in there because he won the Premier League and he was the best player in the Premier League. I mean, I know you guys are looking at the Champions League side of things, but he deserves to be there. So I put Salah there. And I don't know the 5th because I don't know anyone else after that.
What about you, Megatron, aka Jerry, bro? And Gregory, don't worry.
Can
man,
you guys
I know
hear me?
it's there, man. I'll read it.
Hey.
I'll read the super chat, bro. Don't worry, I know it's there. Go on,
Can you
Jerry.
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Dembele, Rafinha, Doué, Pedri, Yamal. No order, by the way. Harry Kane, Salah, Hakimi,
Bro,
Nuno
that's a 5.
Mendes.
Giving us
In
a
the top 20, bro.
Oh, I thought you said 10. I thought you meant said top 10.
Nah, 5.
I'm there counting 9 and that.
Right, just give us the last
Oh,
one.
5.
Give us-
Okay, yeah.
No, give us the last. You might as well finish. bro. You're really-
I don't know, man. Lewandowski, Kane, I don't know.
I think Finger might be in the. Actually, I'm thinking that they might slap Palmer in the top 6 or something. You know.
Nah,
I swear,
nah,
bro.
he ain't getting no.
Nah.
They
I
do
swear,
that
bro.
because
They're
of
doing
his
what?
world.
Like, as in,
Nah.
he's not getting to.
I'm with
Where,
Xavi,
where
you
did
might-
Palmer finish last season? Where did he finish last season? Because he was on the Ballon d'Or.
He was in
listed
the
for last
Golden Boy. Finished 3rd, I think, 4th.
No. For the main Ballon d'Or, where did he finish?
Oh, I don't know. I
I have no
don't.
clue, bro.
Anyone outside the top 10, I don't care about.
Yeah, I feel like Bumper, you can't finish in the ahead of them,
I think
man.
he-
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden that conference is going to mean something. It didn't before, but it does now.
Yeah, I
To
know.
be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah.
I've just checked on the power rankings. He's third at the moment.
He Palmer.
Oh.
See what
Yeah.
I'm saying, bro? I bet they got Yamal first, innit?
Let me have a look.
Some bullshit, bro. There's too many Barca man in there still. I can't lie, bro. No disrespect.
Bro, like, why?
Palmer was
No,
crazy.
I mean,
I
like,
don't
no
understand.
disrespect in that, bro. No,
When there
but,
was their Madrid man in there, he
no,
didn't
no,
have
no,
goals.
disrespectful, that, bro.
no, wait, bro. Before you man before you like get top 10, didn't I just say that Mbappe is like way on the list? So it's not a Madrid thing, but I'm saying there's too many Barca man because you man are rating it. But
Did
like
you
Napoli
say
done the
this
same
last
thing.
season or the
No,
season
Napoli done
before
the same
that?
thing you did.
Did you say that last season?
What
or
did
the
Napoli
season
do?
before?
Hold on, no.
No,
What did
D,
Napoli
no,
do?
D,
I don't
D.
understand why you're doing
One
this.
second.
No.
Did you say that last season or the season before? Their Madrid man was there.
Can I just say?
Didn't have a problem then. I take it. Oh,
Yeah, but
fair
you didn't
enough.
win the Champions League. Madrid did.
Didn't have a problem then.
You didn't win the Champions League.
All right.
That's fair, isn't it? Like,
The power rankings
no,
are mental, by
take
the
away
way.
the Madrid. Seriously, take away the Madrid thing because you man are just don't get touchy about that. When Madrid won the treble or the four, it was the Champions League was involved. In that, yours doesn't have the Champions League in it. So I'm not trying to diss. I'm just saying it seems like too much Barca, man. Because why are you not ranking Napoli players the same as you when they've done the same thing? You both done the same.
We
Yeah.
won more trophies then. No, but
I'm not
won
gonna
more
lie,
trophies than them this season.
No, because do you care about the Charity Shield?
Yeah, I do.
No, I don't care about it. No, I'm not. I don't care
No,
about it.
I know
I'm saying
Ends
though,
does, but
what
you
they
don't,
count
and that's
that
their Charity Shield. So I'm just saying, like, I'm bro, like, come on, man. Like, when
guys,
Madrid won theirs, when Madrid won, we got them players in there. They weren't worried about the first Spanish Cup at the beginning of the season. They weren't worried about that. It's the league and then the thingy, the Champions League.
Do you guys want to see the power rankings?
Yeah,
Shall I
go
tell
on
you
then.
them?
Yeah.
In 10th, yeah, it's Mbappe. 9th is Donnarumma. 8th is Salah. 7th is Hakimi. 6th is Nuno Mendes. 5th is Rafinha. 4th is Ousmane Dembele. 3rd is Cole
Yamal's number
Palmer.
one, innit?
2nd is Vitinha, and Yamal's number 1.
Bro, what power rankings is that?
Who's
TNT for the Champions League.
they actually put Palmer as third.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what they said.
Can't
They
talk-
said a massive riser out of nowhere. Palmer wasn't previously on the list, but the Ballon d'Or inherently is a moment award. In 2 finals at the end of the season, Palmer has had 2 astonishing games, particularly against PSG. That's why. And he won the Conference League and the Club World Cup. That's why.
Man, them laughed at me, and I told you, bro. I know this, bro. This.
So the trophy that they made up to give other teams the opportunity, and then the revamped World Cup that they won before.
He cooked against the team that was supposed to be the best, innit?
And
That's what
they
they care about.
They want to put him third on the list of being the best player in the world. So from 2 moments in a whole season.
It's a moments thing, innit? That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Let's just wait. And
I don't really
Um,
like the fact that Virgil's not in it, but it's fine.
Big up to Gregory for the super chat. I see a 5-year plan to dominate. Edwards is a demon. You see a 5-year? What are you saying? Sort out the attack this season, sort out the midfield the following season.
I thought we're supposed to stop praising Edwards, ain't it? The huge you, bro. Why am I taking the spotlight, bro?
That's true, you know, man. Edwards getting what? Hey, big up to Richard, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to forgive him for that Portsmouth goal now. Slyly. Nah, it weren't funny, that goal, bro. Not so the FA Cup pissed me off, that did, bro.
But big up, appreciate the super chat, guy. And said, nah, I didn't do you dirty, man. But all right, man. We'll leave
You know what? One more thing is that's why because I was just thinking that PSG, Vitinha and Nuno Mendes, they won the Nations League as well, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Madness,
Yeah,
bro.
they did actually. Yeah.
So they were wrapped up about 5 trophies. Yeah, I hear it still.
And then this is the way they're treating them in the power rankings. I hear it.
Yeah, but at least you weren't moaning about your boy being number 1, and he shouldn't be there. So how come you never? Well, you're not moaning about your mom being number 1, bro. Man's out here just running around with midgets and that, bro, and older women, but he ain't even a good person, bro. So get him out of there.
Let him do his thing, man. Fuzzy, appreciate you jumping in. Sorry, I sent it late. I had to change the time.
Right, I understand. Nah, it's fine. I'm gonna bring some dwarfs on your stream next time and see how everyone feels about it, bro.
Fuzzy, have you got anything popping up on your channel today, bro?
Mate, I hope there's breaking news or something. If anything happens, I'll jump on.
The man just
I'm
said
feeling for the next 2
Wolves.
days, so I'll jump on. Like, I might just come on anytime. That's what I do nowadays. I'm spontaneous nowadays.
All right, bro. I'll let you know earlier when I do the streams. G, have you got any videos today, tomorrow? Need a live, by the way. G. Ain't even gonna lie, bro. From a fan of your channel. No. Can you listen to your subscribers? I'm one of them. As a fan of your channel, can you do a live? And there you go, Fuzzy as well. Can you do a live, please? Because we like to be interactive with you in the chat. We like to hear your takes. We like your take on football and your tactical breakdown. So can we get a live so we can, I don't know, talk to you?
As a fan of your
I'll
channel,
do
you do
it.
more pre-records and drop the lives because I don't care for them still. Pre-records are cold.
See, now where do I go? Like, do you know what I mean?
2-1 at the moment, unless
I'll do
Jerry
it
has
like
a different idea.
No, I'll do one this week. So if something big happens, we can chop it up still. What I do want though is one of you to do the the drafts, man. The team drafting that we did for Luma. We did one for Liverpool the other day.
So well, hold on. Did your hands not working, bro? Your channel don't work all of a sudden. Why can't you do it? And there you go. There's your video idea, bro. Draft. There you go. But why can't you not do it, bro? Fuck, bro.
So if you change your take now, Daddy, you're on our side.
Yeah, man.
I didn't want to
do the draft.
No. I prefer Enzo's one was good, man. We need another one of them ones. The people
Jerry
like
got
it
breaking
as well.
news as well. He's bringing the channel back next season. Did he tell you that? Or I'm not supposed
Huh?
to have anyone. No, they're not. Oh,
Okay,
my bad.
say no
My
more,
bad.
Jerry.
I wasn't meant to say anything. My bad. He told me to back off.
No, cancel that.
That time, Jerry, man.
Oh,
Cancel that. No, man are too emotional nowadays. Certain man are crying and that. Fuck them, man.
That's great.
They don't deserve that time.
We deserve. We're subscribed. So do you know what, Jerry? If you don't bring a video on subscribing in the next few days, I think.
Oh, no, 100%. I don't mind. That's why I come onto your channel. You man deserve it. This is just a byproduct, bro. I told you, I'm seriously Megatron now. I've had it with these men, bro. I've had it.
Wow.
Okay. So then we know when Megatron joins, yeah, he's gonna give you his views. Sav, do you have any videos coming out today or tomorrow?
Bro, stop pressuring me, bro. You asked me already, man.
No, I'm gonna ask you.
Ever since you put that vest on, you've been pressuring me, bro. I know you got your muscles out of that. Don't try and intimidate me, bro. I said no, innit? Come here with your vest and your big bucket, cup, bro. Yeah, man. Come in here doing his morning routine, bro. Nah, man. Just let me live, bro. Nah, I ain't got no streams. I got a meeting in a bit, so nah, no streams. My bad, bro. But I hear it though. You got the Vin Diesel Fast and Furious 2 vest on though. Too Fast and Furious. Too fast for y'all, man. I hear it still.
You're done.
So I have to go through on the day today, guys. Yeah, what's coming up on this channel tomorrow morning? I've got Matt and potentially Cal on the sit down. So that's normally a fun interactive show for you guys as well. And then after that, I think we've got Thursday tomorrow, members only chat as well. And that's at 8 p.m. So you guys can get involved in that one. And then after that, man, we've got the preview for AC. And then we've got the call-in for AC. I might as well let you guys know now as well. That will be back. And we've got a segment that we're running. So guys, this is going to be one of the best ones out there. Don't go and try and copy it. It's going to be our little thing, bro. So I'll be doing the previews. Guess who's back doing the watch along? Your favorite commentator, Savage.
Oh,
Savage. So I'll be doing the preview. Savage will be doing the watch alongs. We'll be doing the call-in after every game. And then G will do us a tactical breakdown after that. So much to look forward to. And that's going to be about. So look forward to that, man. It's going to be cold still. And we should have it all in sync and all in schedule, so you guys won't have to miss anything and you just go directly from one to the other.
And if I miss the watch along, then Jerry's going to take my place when I'm like taking my miss on a date and stuff. Because can't do 38 games. So. That's right, Jerry. Thanks, mate.
Huh?
No, don't worry, thanks, mate. That's sweet. Thanks.
Well, by the way, if anyone copies these, man, just know we know, innit? We know you copied it from right now. We've seen they've sent the blueprint out. So whoever's in the chat, whoever's just streaming and he's, you know what I mean, peeping through, trying to find out what next man are doing and trying to, you all know you copied at this point. And I'm going to make sure that you man know as well. Just putting it out there.
What's
I've
your
had enough of these man, bro. I've had enough. I've had enough, bro. I've had enough.
All right, listen, Megatron is in the building, man. All right, guys, let's go and enjoy the rest of our day, man. If anything else breaks, trust me, we'll bring it to you. If not, then it is what it is, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, man. Sav, Jerry, or Megatron, I should say, aka G, aka Megatron. Big up to Fuzzy as well. Love for the love. Peace out. Peace.